It is now very clear that Germany and EU nations were misled into blindly following the United States' foreign policy instead of pursuing their own independent foreign policies that is in line with own national interests.
A US halt on new liquefied natural gas exports permits is stressing out some of its European allies who've become increasingly reliant on American LNG.
The US has been exerting pressure on Germany to completely stop the reliable supplies of cheaper and abundant natural gas from Russia, which has been meeting its huge energy requirements both for industries and household consumers.
The relationship between Germany and the United States has been turbulent since Donald Trump came to power.
I think it's a horrible thing that Germany's doing.
He's attacked Germany's trade surplus, its NATO contributions, and now there's another source of contention.
It's a horrible thing that you have a pipeline coming from Russia. Germany is a captive of Russia. But Germany is totally controlled by Russia.
President Trump confirmed Europe's worst pre-summit fears by using the NATO stage to criticize allies, blasting Germany over a natural gas pipeline deal with Russia.
It's very sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions.
Germany was promised that it would get alternative reliable supplies of energy from the US and other friendly nations if it stopped buying energy from Russia, yet this promise has turned out to be misleading this year and can also be seen as betrayal of Germany by the US. The U.S. President Joe Biden's administration in January this year announced a pause on pending and future permits to export liquefied natural gas, LNG, to non-free trade agreement countries, which Germany is not part of until the Department of Energy finishes a new review of climate impacts. This move by the U.S. government is certainly going to make the energy crisis in Germany and Europe worse if the Germans and Europeans are not able to find other sources of energy quickly enough to meet potential energy deficits. Over the years, Russian gas has been flowing into Germany directly via pipelines. This is no longer the case since the Germans decided to abandon Russian gas following decision made by the federal government in Berlin to join the US and EU-led sanctions on Russia that targeted energy business between Russia and European countries. The sanctions were imposed following the start of war between Russia and Ukraine. The EU market is one of the most lucrative energy markets in the world. This is why the Russians had committed billions in energy infrastructure like Nord Stream 2 that is no longer able to operate following its destruction.